Well, good morning, people. Welcome back to the Grumpy Old Git in the Corner on a Wednesday that is reasonably clear blue skies with a couple of fluffy clouds out there. But I dare say that can change. They're forecasting rain for here, 40%. Well, what are we seeing today? Well, obviously the big story at the moment is the big miscarriage of justice over the post office scandal. You know, they're really dragging this out. You know, there were innocent people that should be vindicated, and it looks like the headlines I'm seeing this morning, that is imminent, and rightly so. But the whole thing, to me, is immoral. The way they treated these people. I mean, we know they've got no morals anyway, these elites that instigated all this. But there's people that have had their lives destroyed, as I've said before. They've broken up families over this. People have been incarcerated. People can't get jobs or mortgages because of the stigma of being branded as a thief or a con. And lives have been lost. People have died through this. And unbelievable. And it's still going on. Now, Paula Venables, who was the head honcho at the time, actually got given a CBE. And she was allowed to resign, even after the fact. She's come out and said now she's handing it back. Well, the only reason she's handing it back in my mind is because if she didn't, she'd be stripped of it anyway, which is an even bigger embarrassment. I believe she should lose any pensions and payments that she got from the post office when she left over all this. And they're starting to pass the buck and looking at Fujitsu, I think it was, who developed the Horizon program that caused all the problems. But I'm going to look at this from another angle. Now, it wasn't just the post office that brought about these prosecutions of these people. And there was hundreds of them, not just a handful. The CPS were involved, the Crown Prosecution Service, the police that were supposedly investigating this. Apparently it was spotted quite early in the inquiries and investigations that there was a computer issue. But they carried on with what I believe, and I will call, in my mind, a malicious investigation and prosecution. Because they didn't look anywhere else. They didn't look at the post office. They didn't look at the software. They just went straight for the people. And that today is what is totally wrong with this fucking country. Neither of them done their job properly. And I personally think that anybody from the CPS and the police that was involved in this malicious prosecution should be gone. They should be fucking sacked. They should be pulled down. Because this is not justice. And a perfect example I saw yesterday. Someone pointed out a case about the justice we can expect. The case of an ex-Met officer in London. He witnessed the theft. He followed the thief, informing the police that he was following the thief. And duly, after some time, the police attended, arrested the guy, recovered the goods. Where did it go from there? Now, the police had CCTV of all this going on. He was caught with the goods he'd stolen. Thanks to this quick thinking Met cop, ex-Met cop. Fair enough. That's what he was trained to do. Unlike some of the fuckheads they got in there nowadays. But what was done about it? Well, the thief walked away scot-free. Not even a court case. Now you'd think this cop would be praised for his actions. Not a chance. There was a prosecution, but it was of this ex-police officer. Not only did he have the guts of doing the kick in the guts of doing the right thing, reporting it to the authorities because he was an ex-cop, he wasn't involved with them then. He did absolutely the right thing, kept his distance, didn't get involved, but helped them track him. The only prosecution was made of him. He was prosecuted and fined in court because he drove up a very narrow one-way street the wrong way while following this thief. No, personally, I find that fucking outrageous. The guy was doing the right thing, yet he gets prosecuted for it just because he made one little mistake, and I believe he actually informed the police that he was going up the street the wrong way. It was a narrow street, there was no vehicles on the street, yet they deemed to set free a thief, and in this point I'll call him the good guy, and prosecuted the good guy in it. And that, boys and girls, is why this country is fucked. When you've got a justice system and a police farce like that, that's what's turning this country into a lawless fucking cesspit, along with what the government are doing. Anybody that believes any difference, get your head out your ass and look at the real world. That is what's happening today. I never thought I'd see it in my lifetime, but it would seem that everybody in officialdom has actually turned on the people of this country. We see it time and time again, day after day, with what they're doing. They don't give a shit about us, they never have, and we're just a thorn in their side to their ends. That's all I can say about that. But I'll leave it there for today, folks, because I will descend into a rant on this. At the moment, as it stands, the headlines are saying that the government have a solution to this post office issue. I don't believe they have. They are saying that they're going to, what can you call it? Dismiss the claims against these people. The post office can't afford to pay all the compensation that's going to be coming out. It will bankrupt them, which personally I don't give a fuck, because post office, I don't use it. But it just shows how far officialdom will go to push a point, even when it's illegal. Said my piece. So until tomorrow, people, I will put out a short video tomorrow. I expect I wasn't going to, with in view of getting ready to travel Friday, but due to the fact that there's PM's question times this afternoon, which are going to be very, very interesting, I dare say I'll have something to say on that. But until then, as always, thank you for your support in here. Only a small channel, but we've got some wonderful people in it. So until tomorrow, stay safe, stay absolutely strong, and don't listen to the fear mongering from these idiots. Stay free. Respect, guys.